Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video and I hope you all are doing great. So a lot of you have been asking me that which college I am finally going to, and today I am finally sitting down and going to tell you everything, not just the university's name but the whole story, like how I went from feeling confused and overwhelmed to finally finding and deciding a place that felt right for me. So let's get into it. So in 12th, like most people, I got swept by the whole post-board entrance exam pressure. And last year in 2024, I think in June or July, I joined IMS coaching for my entrance exam preparation because I genuinely had no idea about what I wanted to pursue. And at that time, everybody else was gearing up for IPMAT. So I thought to, go with the flow. Maybe I'll figure it out along the way. But reality hit me hard. Between pre-boards and boards and the overall madness of class 12th, I barely had time to breathe, let alone commit to an intense entrance exam preparation. And moreover, most people start preparing for IPMAT like from their class 11th, and that's when I realized that I was late to the game. And this was not the only reason. People say that you can crack IPMAT if you commit to that level of preparation and if you give your 100%, even if you have 6 months left or 3 months left. But deep down, I knew that I was not giving my 100% to it. And thank God I did not force myself into it, because that little detour, it helped me to pause and reflect, not on what everyone else was chasing, but on something that actually made sense for me. So that's when I started leaning onto something that I've always low-key loved: numbers, logic, strategy, solving patterns. And that's when I realized that finance is not just a subject or a course that I like. It's my thing. It's something that I genuinely see myself building a future or a career in. So the moment boards ended, full CUET prep mode on, DU was the buzzword everywhere, and people were like literally obsessing over it. In that chaos, finance, the only thing I was sure about, it slipped to the back of my mind. The thing was that finance was offered in 2 colleges, Shahid Sukhdev and Shahid Rajguru, in the name of PFIA program. And while I was super determined for it, we all know that Sukhdev cutoffs are like sky high. So I kind of, at that point of time, I was just preparing for it and, going with the flow, partially because everyone else was, and partially because my parents were DU oriented. Brand name, you will get to build a strong network, and it looks good on paper. That kind of logic. So I gave my April hit. I started preparing for CUET, and I was preparing for GT since June or July only, because that was a part of IPMAT curriculum. One day, out of nowhere, IMS sent this broadcast message, and they have, all those groups where they send the important messages and information about the colleges and the entrances. So they sent this broadcast message, and it was about University of Southampton, a UK university, top global 80 university in the world, opening its campus in Gurgaon. And I was like, I kid you not, I instantly clicked on that message. So I have always been drawn towards international education, the real world exposure, the practical edge, the stuff that actually broadens your thinking. And I've always wanted to go abroad for my education, but my parents were like, not right now, you don't know how to live on your own in a new country. So maybe for postgrad, we'll think. And this literally felt like the perfect hybrid, international curriculum, UK degree, UGC approved, all in your own country. I mean, this was everything I was looking for. Plus they had my program of finance. So I went down a complete rabbit hole, researched everything, stalked the faculty, checked the alumni networks and the curriculum depth, and slowly CUET started to fade in the background. Not because I gave up, but because I knew that this was not settling, it was upgrading. Moreover, I had my other reasons too. The more I learned about DU, the more I felt disconnected. Not to bash it, it's iconic, the network that you get to build is super amazing, the brand is real, but the system is outdated. And I talk to people on LinkedIn from top DU colleges, SRCC and Hansraj. Their reviews were underwhelming. Everybody was hyping the campus life, and when I started asking deeper questions, nobody had a solid answer to give. So I was like, this was just not settling for me. Not talking about anybody else, but not for me. I am grateful that I chose to think differently. I had made up my mind that University of Southampton is for me, and everything that I am looking for, they have my program. So obviously it felt the right place for me. But convincing my DO oriented parents was a journey of its own, and we'll get into that next. So, since mid-April, I started falling in love with the whole idea of Southampton. I started attending events, dragged my bua, my chachi, my parents, who by the way was still disinterested. So there was this one faculty meetup where I insisted my parents to come along. Whole way they were comparing it to DU. And I get it, that's okay. They were calling their friends whose kids were in DU and how the network is amazing, professors are top notch. And I get it, DU has that prestige, the kind of toppers that you get to meet there is unmatched and insane. But the more I saw of DU, especially online and through YouTube vlogs, it just did not sit right with me. I mean, it is my career also. I also researched a lot about it, and DU has that legacy. I mean, you can't just switch it up like how you don't like DU. It takes a lot of research to say that. So so much of it felt centered around fest, campus life and events, and I craved for something more professional, more future facing. So I was like, Southampton gave me that feeling. Plus you get to build that network globally, alumni from all over the world, and UK degree that is UGC approved. That was literally a game changer, because a lot of international universities that are in India, they provide you that international degree, but that is not UGC approved. And being UGC approved, it has a huge value in India. So I've always had this dream to go abroad for my masters, and Southampton, being a UK university, it is targeting the Ivy Leagues. But as it is UGC approved, I can also pursue my masters here in India. So I think that really provided an edge. But my parents were still hesitant. Understandably, it is the first year. Not the first year, typically the university is 160 years old. It has campus in UK and Malaysia. But the branch is new in India. So obviously, and plus the fees was really sky high. So my dad, he told me to try for NMIMS, because we obviously heard that their finance program was really amazing. So I gave it my try, and I got in NMIMS for the fintech program. So I digged around LinkedIn, talked to people. They said that if you have an option, go for the BSc finance program of NMIMS. It is more structured than fintech. And I did not get into the BSc finance, plus new city and everything. When I was in the NMIMS freshers group, I remember everybody was talking about whom to call in the freshers, Ori maybe, and I'm like, I don't think so I will fit in there. So back to square one, Southampton felt right. And something that made me more confident about it was this one conversation that I had with a girl who was from SRCC. She did her graduation from there and was going to do her master's from Southampton, Delhi campus. That conversation really shifted something in me. And after a lot of back and forth, my dad finally said, okay, do whatever you truly believe in. I'm like, yay, but 40 lakhs on an undergraduate degree, not happening. So I applied for scholarship, gave my interview, and guess what? I got 45% scholarship. So with that, my seat is officially logged in Southampton, and really excited to say that they have my program. So now I'll tell you that why I chose Southampton over you know who, because I know people in the comment section are literally going to kill me for that. So now that the CUET results are out, I am seeing how unpredictable the whole system had become. A lot of hardworking and capable students did not get the colleges they aimed for just because of how deeply layered and uneven the quota system can be. Before you say anything, I know that it's there to support inclusion, and I really respect that. I mean, it's really a great opportunity, and I appreciate what these colleges are doing. It's a great step, but sometimes it leaves the general category students feel stuck in a system that doesn't always feel fair or transparent. I mean, I have zero craze in DU, but for somebody who is working day and night for that college and scoring a 900 or 890 and still not making it to SRCC, and somebody with 600 is making to SRCC, so that's really a huge difference, and I think we need to bridge that. And let me say this out loud and clear: I did not skip DU not because I could not crack it. I was aiming for specific finance programs, and they were offered in 2 colleges with sky high cutoffs. And this is not about failure here, it is really about the reality right now. I do not want to force fit myself into a college or a course that doesn't align with my goals. I wanted something that felt right for me, and Southampton offered me that: international curriculum, exposure beyond the textbooks, a globally ranked degree. I mean, yeah, a finance program that kind of felt the right career for me. So DU is absolutely great for many. It is a fantastic university, and congratulations to all of you who have got their admissions there. But it wasn't just the right fit for me. So yeah, I made that decision not out of limitation, but out of intention. Okay, so if at any point it felt like I was criticizing DU, that was never the intention. I have nothing but respect for every student chasing their goals and dreams, no matter the path. And that being said, after so much thought, research, and internal debates, I have officially decided to join University of Southampton India campus for my undergraduate journey. It aligns with everything that I have envisioned for my future. And to everyone out there watching this video or who are not watching this video, wishing you all the very best, no matter whether you are going to DU or any private university or abroad or still figuring it out. All the very best. We all are building something in our own ways, and there is no right route for anything. So here's to new beginnings, growing with grace, and owning our choices. Thank you so much for watching this video. Love you. Bye bye.